Captain's log. With Zorg safely in a Starfleet prison, the Enterprise has stopped at Starbase 4 for repairs. Admiral Ford is coming to dinner on board the Enterprise. Welcome, sir, to the USS Enterprise. This is my first officer, Commander Spock. My chief medical officer, Dr. McCoy. My chief engineer, Lieutenant Commander Montgomery Scott. My communications officer, Lieutenant Uhura. And my helmsman, Lieutenant Sulu. Delighted, Captain. This is my aide, Lieutenant Arnolds. I believe you met him when he visited earlier to inform you of my arrival. I must congratulate you on the capture of that pirate Zorg. He had been a thorn in our side for... He's dead, Jim. Kirk to bridge. Put the ship on lockdown. There's been a murder. Whose gun is this?
It's mine, Captain. It's an MP5 originally made in Germany in the 1960s. It was stolen when we first arrived. I reported it.
Spock, take the gun and goggles for fingerprints.
Captain, am I not too a suspect in this?
Can Vulcans lie?
No, Captain.
Did you shoot him?
No, Captain.
Then take the gun and goggles, Mr. Spock. Dr. McCoy, perform an autopsy on the Admiral. Everyone else, go to your quarters. We'll question you each individually. Spock, what were the results of the fingerprint tests?
Only Mr. Sulu's prints are on the gun. The goggles were wiped clean.
Bones, what about the autopsy? He was shot in the back, Jim.
Only us three were in front of him, Captain. And as Sulu was behind him, and as it was his gun, I believe we should place him in custody.
You can't be serious, Spock. He has no motive.
On the contrary, Doctor. The Admiral delayed Sulu's promotion from ensign to lieutenant.
Spock, have Sulu confined to quarters. I'm going to talk to Mr. Scott. Mr. Scott, how did the lights go out? I think I'd know, sir, but I need access to a bridge computer. He installed a program to turn off the lights for 5 seconds once the Admiral was on board. He used a lieutenant's authorization. Which lieutenant, Mr. Scott? It doesn't work like that, sir. The computer only records rank... Well, I'll be. Captain, there's an intruder on board. That same lieutenant silenced the alert. Accidentally, though. No idea what he's doing. Kirk to Spock. There's an intruder on board.
I know, Captain. I found him trying to flee the ship via the transporter.
On my way. A Klingon. So you killed the Admiral? I deny it. There is no honor in shooting a man with the lights out. So you were there?
Yes, and I know who did it.
Then who shot him? I'll tell you in exchange for safe return to the Empire. Very well. Who killed the Admiral?
It was Lieutenant.
They're gone, Mr. Spock.
The Klingon is dead, Captain.
Is Sulu still in his quarters?
Yes, Captain.
Then I think I know who did it. Mr. Spock, I need you to research the Admiral's aide, Lieutenant Arnolds. Then meet me in his quarters.
What is it, sir?
We are arresting you for the murder of Admiral Ford.
Excuse me, sir?
You heard me. You stole Sulu's gun when we arrived and informed us of the Admiral's plans. You were behind the Admiral when he was shot, and you killed the Klingon just now.
Why would I kill the Admiral?
Tell him, Spock.
Your real name is Terrence Adams, a lieutenant who had been embezzling from Starfleet funds for over 3 years. Admiral Ford caught you and forced you to work as his aide or face court-martial. The Admiral then began to discover that you continued to embezzle funds. Therefore, he threatened to expose you, which is when you decided to take his life.
You still have no proof. Yes, I do. These are the night vision goggles found at the scene of the crime. They are easily concealable and would allow you to see in the dark.
What of them?
They belong to the Admiral. Only you would have had access to these. Take him away, Mr. Spock.